What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Diablo Immortal video. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you're all doing well. Got a little bit of a late start today because I was doing the Valentine's Day stuff with the wife and the kids, but we are here now diving into the game, also with an announcement for you for something that is returning tomorrow. Stay tuned to that. I'll get to that in a minute inside of this video. Let's take a look and see what's going on inside of the game first here today. If anything new has dropped since yesterday. The Feast of Valenti still going on. Wild Brawl has dropped inside of the game. I think I want to take my Barbarian into Wild Brawl, see how well it fares in the open world of PvP. Rewards here, though, they are really not the best. I always was a little bit shocked on how kind of lame rewards are for this. Battle Pass progression is very small, and I guess the scrap material is decent, but if you're doing something for rewards, this is probably not the best one because it's a time-consuming game mode and it just takes a while to collect enough to make it worthwhile. But we shouldn't just be playing everything for rewards, right? We should be playing game modes because we want the enjoyment of the game mode. Wild Brawl definitely brings you that battle royale. Hungering Moon is completed. Authenticator rewards. Hopefully you guys got your stash chest. I've heard some people say that they did this and the chest was not available to them. I have not experienced that myself, but I have seen a few select people that have experienced that. So hopefully you are not one of those and everyone was able to get their things. If you haven't, I would say hit up the forums or the blog or something like that. The forums most likely to kind of put in your complaint or ask for help with that. I shouldn't say put in your complaint. Yeah, the pets thing. So I put out yesterday that the bounties were gone. I was under the impression that they were 60 days. And I'm thinking back, I did not go back in my old content to go look at what patch notes I was looking at regarding that, but I'm wondering if I was actually wrong and if for some reason in my head I got that impression, but really at the end of the day, it wasn't the case and it was only until the end of the gems event, because that's what a few people had said in the comments, that it was only there during that gem surge event so that you could then spend more times doing your elder rifts. That being said, I already miss my pets being able to do bounties for me. I already miss it. Can we please bring that back? It was such a nice feature. I don't think many people want to do bounties anymore. At this point in time, most people, if doing bounties at all, they're only going to want to be doing Hellslayer bounties, because at the end of the day, the gear that you get from bounties and the rewards that you get from bounties are so much smaller compared to the rewards and gear that you get from running Hellslayer bounties. Now, with that said, now is not the time to upgrade your bounties. Wait until your Paragon 700, until the server Paragon level hits 700. Then take all of your Terror Essence and upgrade that and use that to upgrade your bounties. So if there's one thing you're farming right now, as we're very close, I mean, a lot of you are probably at Paragon 700 and beyond already, is farm the Terror Essence. Bring Terror Essence to your account so when we hit server Paragon level 700, and you could go into the proper difficulty, you can redo all of your gear. Because remember, that's something you need to do all the time, is get new gear. But not only new gear that fits what you're building. Like, I have something here for Wrath of the Berserker. I didn't even get as many as I wanted. Same for Sprint. You don't want to just get new higher combat rating gear that has worse magic attributes. You're looking for those really good magic attributes. Best way of doing that is getting the Terror Essence, running the Terror Rifts, and going in that fashion. Now, there was something else that was actually interesting. Let's go over to the blacksmith really quickly so I could demonstrate this. We talked about how the secondary gear is able to now go up further than it is. All of it's at 20 and it can go up to what, 25 I think it was now, I forget. But it's limited based off of your hell difficulty or your combat rating. Let's take a look right here. Actually, I had a note that came through. Let's see if I could find that really quickly. Oh, come on now. I wish I would have had it right in front of me and I don't. Here we go. Yeah. This is pretty crazy. Here, I'm going to just pull this over onto the screen. If you want, I'm going to try and zoom in here for you a little bit. Can we get a better zoom? Look at this. If you want to go to level 22, look at the Paragon level requirement right here. Paragon, requires Paragon level 899. It shows you the crystals, it shows you the materials needed, but to go to the next Paragon level, to go to the next gear level, you need to jump in Paragon level big time. So the requirements here are no longer just, get the materials that you need. It's now also, it needs to be a certain Paragon level. So if I want to go and upgrade some of my secondary gear, I could do the upgrades, but then they get requirements along the way. So you can't just take one and get it all the way up to 25. You're going to need to be at a proper Paragon level. And if I'm going to 22 to 23, you need to be Paragon level 899, which is actually pretty crazy. Those are the two things that I want to touch on from inside of the game today. I did also want to mention one other thing that's pretty exciting to me. I hooked up with a couple of other people from the Diablo Immortal community, and I've decided to come back. We've actually decided to support all of one another on each other's content and do a bunch more content together. A little, I guess you could call it Diablo Immortal content group. So we are actually going to be meeting in about 15 minutes from now and recording a video for tomorrow. I'm not going to give you the topic of the video. I'm not going to tell you anything else about it, except for that we're going to kind of go under the branding here of the Immortal podcast. So it's going to not be a weekly podcast the way that it was back when I started Diablo Immortal, but it is going to be a discussion, interview, talking format about Diablo Immortal, what's going on inside of the game, things that we want to see, and it'll be titled the Immortal Podcast, the way that we had done forever ago back in the day. And I thought that was exciting because when I started this channel, even before this channel started, the Immortal Podcast was something that I did with Scrappy Academy, and I really loved it. It was a way for us to kind of kick back and talk about the game and see what we were excited about the game when it was all fresh and new, and to talk about what we wanted to see coming to the game. And now, 2.5, if almost 3 years later, everything is there. And we could start really reflecting on what the game has for us now, and what we like, what we don't like, and what changes we potentially think need to come. Also, we have the discussion regarding the new class that's coming to the game. The Druid is as good as confirmed from the data mining that I have seen. More information on that coming soon as well. I did mention that there would be a blog post coming out on my blog, echogaming.io, regarding that. But more information on that coming very, very soon. So we're going to be able to show you basically everything that we could see regarding the Druid and confirming that it is actually coming to the game. So I hope that you guys don't miss the episode tomorrow. It's going to be a really fun one. In the meantime, dive inside of the game. Go run those, save up your Terror Essences. Get as many as you can from the pillars. And be ready to upgrade the gear because that time is near.